Most people think adding more plants will fix their garden, but that's not the problem. Okay, just like a quick update here. This is another job I'm coming back to. I come back here every year, do a lot of cleanup. So right now I'm just kind of getting the last bit of a cleanup here before the soil comes in. I'll be putting down 7 yards of soil throughout this yard. As you can see, it's quite a large property here. This is our woodland area. So I'm just going through and, like I said, quick cleanup, and then every part of this garden will get some soil. Got this, what she calls the moon garden in here. And she also has a lot of stuff in flower, or a few things in flower right now. The skimmias for one. See, this is the male skimmia. Quite a nice smell right now. Left side here and the right side are all her hydrangeas. They usually get a good top up of soil as well. Cool area. Not much going on in there, but some gardens in there will get some soil. I always fight with this lawn every year too. Top dress it, aerate it, get some grass seed down. But it's always a bit of a hassle. You can see a lot of moss will come through. It's her fern garden here. And then as we go into the back here, this is the back kind of forest area. See a few things back here in bloom. The Pyrus for one. You can see when I started this garden here too, this in the middle there was a huge cedar tree. Took a lot of the sunlight away from everything. When I cut that tree down, all these plants started thriving a lot better. I cut a lot of them back pretty hard to get them to flush out again. But everything's starting to come back. I pruned this laurel back here, Portuguese laurel, pruned it back really hard the last 2 years. Allow all the plants below to thrive. I put some blueberries in there. This is a fruit forest I put in 2 years ago. Blueberries, raspberries, some strawberries as a ground cover. And as you kind of go through, it just goes back into a bit of the woodland area back there. That's our kids area here. And then kind of going right back out to the beginning again. So yeah, just a quick update here, and I'll show you a video afterwards once I get all the soil laid down. There we have it. Okay, so here's the front garden here on the same property. You can see giant conifer above everywhere here. So we do top this up every year with a lot of compost. Same idea, not a lot of plants that thrive here, so we basically just focus on native ferns, hellebores, sarcococa, and basically just repeat all the way to the end. So I'm just going to plant all these hellebores in here, and again get all the plants put in first, and then the soil comes afterwards. See some nice colors on them too. Some of the dark purples. Sarcococa's already finished its bloom. But yeah, nice little patch. At least this one does fairly well every year, especially with the big trees above. Yeah, so a lot of people ask how I do planting. I also do this at the hot time of the year as well, because I find this makes a big difference to keep the plants alive. So I'll dig the hole first, fill it up with some water. That allows the plant's root system to get a good soak in the water, because when you water on top, the water just kind of goes everywhere. You see, the root balls are not too bad. I don't loosen up the root balls all that much on trees just to avoid shock. Root ball in, face your plant a good direction where you want it to look. That looks fine to me. And then backfill it gently again, not to disturb the root system. And I give it a slight kind of tap down just to kind of get some of the soil on the side there, because if you don't pack it down a little bit, the soil will sink and the root ball will be exposed. And then once I'm done, I'll give it another quick watering. Again, as you see, the water on top just kind of goes everywhere, so having the root ball soaked underneath the ground first is probably the best way to do it. So there you have it. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do all the other ones, same thing. This is the cool season, so it helps extra well here. But as well, yeah, like I said, in the hot time of the year, I recommend filling the ground with water first, putting the root ball in, and that way at least the root ball gets a good drink before the heat comes. And then I'll do a top dress and a bark mulch on top, fairly thick 2 to 4 inch bark mulch on top, and that'll hold the moisture in too as well through the hot time of the year. All right, hopefully you like the little tip here, and hopefully it works for you as well, especially the hot time of the year. Hey guys, I just want to show you a quick update on this forest area, on how much like branches and sticks that we get out of here. So just this kind of area in here, behind all these plants. I do a quick little whisper rake, as the client would say here. And then yeah, it's just a little patio I put in a couple of years ago to get into the forest area. So usually I like to leave a lot of the branches and mulch and everything on the floor for the trees to use as a food source as it breaks down, but sometimes people do like to have a nice clean area, and this is also for kids to run through here and play in this little foresty area. So here's the pile here that I raked up, as you can see, just in this area here. So every year there's a lot of sticks and branches and everything that come down, land on the trees and the plants. So it's also good to get it off of the plants there too, so the plants can breathe properly. But yeah, these 2 piles here, just from this little area here, that I'm going to do a quick rake up. And then also too, like all the plants in between, I'm going to put a bunch of soil down in between all these shrubs anyways later on, and just leave like a walkway basically through the forest area for the kids to run around and play in. So yeah, there we go. Little update there on what I'm doing in the forest, and then I'm gonna basically go back out and rake up around the more manicured gardens, and again, like I said, get everything ready for the soil tomorrow. Now it's under control. Next step is making it actually grow properly. See you in the next video.